Welcome. We are back. Just trying to figure out a few things. It's been a while since I've done this. I believe the audio is not great. I did a live trading stream earlier this morning and I watched replay. I still need to fix the microphone settings. You might be hearing like a whooshing sound in the background. I need to use some noise cancellation. So I'll figure that out by next week. But apart from that, you should be able to hear the music. Chat, I just got the chat up. I was trying to figure that out. That's why I was just kind of sitting there quietly for a minute. And yeah, it's a new season. That's probably the best way to put it. This is the longest break I've taken from streaming since I started streaming. We're in a whole new place right now. I'm in New York City. So it's the first ever like actual New York City stream. My first stream in months. It's been a crazy summer. I was going all around Europe, and I just spent the last 2 months interning on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. So a lot of experience and wisdom and memories have been made, and I'm really excited to be back. Let's do a quick roll call. I know it's a late stream. I know I'm late, but parking in this city is not easy. So what's up, Dave? KTF, Frank, AK, Gold Miner, Joel, Strom, Miroslav, and Seek. Yeah, what's up, everyone? Everybody watching the replay. Joel, I'm in Manhattan. I don't want to say which part of it, but I am in Manhattan. And yeah, it's been about a month actually living here, which is really cool. I was here in July too, though, but in Airbnb. And it's been crazy. So let me give a quick rundown of what's the current plan with everything. I'm not going to go straight into the charts. We're going to do a little bit of that tonight. It's going to be more of like a shorter, quick update on everything that's going on tonight. So there's a few large changes. All right, if you didn't already see it, it's the last video / stream on my channel. No, it should be the last video. So basically, here's how I'm doing. We'll do it from the morning to the night. Okay, this music's too loud in my ear. At 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time, 15 minutes before the market opened, I am going into the premium voice channel and I am sharing my screen, showing you exactly what I'm trading. I record it while I'm doing that. So if you're in premium, while that's happening live from like 9:15 a.m. EST to 11 a.m. EST, you can sit there and the second I say something or the second I take a trade, you will be seeing that. As soon as I'm done with the morning trading, I record it the whole time. So as soon as I'm done with it, that recording gets published to YouTube. So anybody else who's not in premium, if it's not for you, it's okay. You can go watch the recording, see what I did, and learn from it. Whether I lost money or made money, you can learn from both of those situations. And I really did enjoy doing it a lot more than I thought I would this morning. So yeah, that's taking place again tomorrow morning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings, 9:15 a.m. EST to about 11 a.m. EST in the Discord, live trading. And then as soon as that's over, it gets posted to this YouTube channel. Then same days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I know I was late tonight, but around 10 o'clock Eastern Time is like the late night stream. This is where I'm actually talking and looking at all the different charts and talking to the chat and stuff, and not just like looking at the SPY and the QQQ and just saying what I'm trading. It's like the actual live stream. The morning thing is more of just like I know a lot fewer people will watch the morning stream, but I do think it's really helpful because we can always go and pull up the recording and see what I did this morning if I ever want to talk about what happened today in the market. I'm not going to do that tonight for time's sake, but yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the busy days on this channel. That means 2 videos a day on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A morning and a night. All right, so I want you definitely all to be here for the night streams. If you can't stay up till 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern Time to be in these night streams, shout out to all of you watching the replays. No, historically, most people just watch the replays. And then I also just hired a social media manager. So a bunch of TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts are going to be coming out on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So just an insane amount of content for those 3 days of the week. On Mondays, I'm going to be more busier. I might be on the floor of the stock exchange here and there. And I'm still going to try my best to, be on Twitter and stuff. And then Fridays will just be more of like a relaxed, no stream or anything like that, but I'll just be in the Discord saying what's up on Fridays. Because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going so crazy with like all the trading and the content. I'm in college. That's why I was late. Like I just got back from class. What was it? Fixed income and derivatives is where I was just at 2 hours ago. So Fridays, it's like I'm giving myself not a full 3-day weekend because I'm still doing work on Fridays, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, literally every hour of the day is nonstop work. That Friday, I want it to be like I'm not on camera, but I can still chat in the Discord, maybe share some swings, a little bit more of like a relaxed way to head into the weekend. Because Monday to Thursday are very busy, and Tuesday and Thursday I have classes too. So between interning a little bit here and there, and then finishing my last year of college, and trading myself, and doing the Discord stuff, and streaming, it's adding up. So that's why it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I know I used to do like 5 days a week, but now it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until I can add more days. And honestly, as soon as I graduate college, we'll probably be able to go back to that. So that's the update on how things are going. If you're not in the Discord, the link is in the description. You can also see it like on the bottom of your screen, discord.gg/free trading movement. It is free to join. You do not have to join premium. Nobody's forcing you to do so. This is why I'm also really excited to do these live streams, because I do feel bad about it that the people who haven't been in premium have not been receiving a lot of content from me from the past few months. And life just got really busy. I dedicated 3 straight years of my life to live streaming almost every single night and being in the Discord. I need to take out 4 to 5 months to figure some stuff out on the side. And now I feel like I'm finally in a place where I can balance that. So that's my little catch-up chat. Other than that, things have been great. Life's been good. Been hanging out with Jordan, if anybody knows Ace the Kid on Twitter. He's in New York City right now. Been meeting just an insane amount of people in the last couple of months. A lot of mentors. I cannot leave this out. I met and hung out with Mitch Ray multiple times. Like, if you go to the description of this channel, like, let me just triple check this. I think it's not in this one because I just made a new stream description. But if you go to like 30 streams ago, before I changed the stream description, when I switched over to WAP, like, he's in all my stream descriptions. You guys know how many times I've shouted out on the stream. The reason I started live stream was because of Mitch Ray. If you go on YouTube and look up Mitch Ray, I watched his streams since I was 16 years old. I'm now 21. That was 4 or 5 years ago. And this summer I was actually able to meet him, spend some time with him. Literally a dream come true. So just meeting idols here and there every day, it's like I can't even process it still. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more stories when we have more time for the live streams, which I'm going to share with all of you, just from like being on the floor, going around Europe, moving into the city. Like, this is only just a little blimp of all the things I want to share, because you guys were here before all of that. So I appreciate everyone being patient. For people that are not in premium, look forward to a lot more swings coming out soon. I want to also try to do some live trading for everyone in the Discord here and there, not just for premium only. I'm thinking, for now, I'm just going to do in premium for like this week and next. But after these first couple of weeks, I'm thinking I'm going to do like 1 day a week. I'll do it for everyone too. Maybe like a Thursday. Like, I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday premium, and then Thursday for everyone. So I'm trying to really work on getting a lot more stuff out to everyone in the Discord and in the community. Do a lot more collaborations. It's going to take time though. I don't want to like try to do 10,000 things on the first week back. It's just not going to work out. I'm going to slowly start to build more and more things back into the free trading movement, build the system back up. You know, there's no way to put it lightly. Things have definitely gotten a lot slower. A large part of that is due to me, due to other people. It's up to all of us to set that up over the next year, but there's no rush. We don't have to become the #1 community. We don't ever have to become the #1 community, but we definitely don't have to do that in like 2 months. So I'm just excited to be back. Let's get over to the charts. I'll give you some of my opinions on how things are looking. It's pretty crazy, very crazy. We had a really good, it's been a really good year, and I haven't streamed like half of it, which I kind of feel bad about, because last year I was streaming almost every day. And those of you who were here remember, it was a horrible market, and I would be streaming, and it would just be the same thing again and again. And now it's been like a super juicy year filled with price action. I haven't been able to like talk about it, but trust me, I've been watching it. We've had some nice ones, some nice trades and swings in the Discord. So let's take a look at these charts. I'm also going to be doing the live streams at night a little bit differently. I'm not going to do like the super long rundown on like crypto and other markets and stuff. Here and there I'm going to look at them, but I'm going to try to mainly stick to stocks now. Not too much crypto unless something is really moving in crypto. Because really, in reality, like, Bitcoin really hasn't been like at the front seat of things in quite some time. And I'm not trying to be that one guy who only looks at it, even though it's on our screen right now, only looks at it when it's moving. But really, I want to look at any market that's moving, and the best market that's moving right now is stocks. If stocks stop moving in 2 weeks and only crypto's moving, I might switch over to crypto. But I want to focus on where most people are focused at, because most of you, I think, at least for my demographic, care more about stocks right now. So The new format's going to be a lot quicker, which means you should have already watched the free course. The link is in the description. It's on my YouTube channel. You should understand the terms I'm talking about. If you don't, watch the course or in the Discord, ask questions. But I'm going to do my overall thoughts on the stock market. We're going to look at some featured tickers that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to let all of you tell me in the chat whatever you want to look at. All right, so let's get started. Let's head over to the S&P 500, and here we go. Right, it's been a while. Gotta like brush off my shoulders. It's been a while since we've looked at some of these charts on high time frames. So here's what's going on. You don't have to be a genius to see this. On the daily time frame, the S&P 500 is making a lower high, right? Had an amazing rally pretty much the whole entire year. You put in this high at the end of July. August was not so much of a great month for the overall markets. You got a rally towards the end of August into the first week of this month. And now, over the past few days, you have started to put in a lower high. That's really the first time you've done that since since last year. This is for right now, and it's not confirmed. You need to see more selling to confirm it, but for right now, this is the first lower high of the year. It's also accompanied by hidden bearish divergence on the MACD, right? You made a lower high on price, but a higher high on the MACD. Bread and butter stuff. So, two clear levels to look out for on the SPX S&P 500 index. Number one, to the downside, if this keeps selling, 4448. All right, got these highs over here, these highs, this previous gap which was already filled, and this candle high. Now, to the upside, it's actually not this 4588. Upside level is going to be this gap fill, which is sitting around 4566. Okay, so these are your two intermediate levels for the S&P 500. I'm sitting in between them. There's not much of a trade midterm here right now on the market. That's why I haven't been putting out a lot of swings in the last week and a half. Been doing my day trading, but there's not a lot of swings in this current standpoint, right? When we were on this side of the fence, when we were on this uptrend, there was a pretty good short signal going into August. I did share this in the Discord. Many other moderators were looking at this. I think it's on my QQQ still. Yeah, you had a major bearish harmonic setup on most of the markets, and you hit your pattern completion zones of these bearish harmonics going into August, and that's where the market so far has topped out at. Just a quick side note, since we just got this lower high rally, that could potentially be looked at as the type 2 reversal. A lot of times when you hit the pattern completion zones or the PCZs of this harmonic, you hit it twice. You hit it once, you get like a little sell-off, then you go back up to get the actual reversal down. And then vice versa, if this were to be a bullish harmonic, you double bottom and then really go up quite a bit. So that's just like a quick side note, but I still want to go back to the S&P 500, okay? And show you that the last 2 months there were major trades to take, right? So there was that bearish harmonic trade, which kind of signified the top. And even apart from that, like the S&P 500 hit a huge resistance level. Take a look at these highs from February and March of 2022. It was a very clear bearish setup. You had a major bearish engulfing candle. It was a beautiful bearish setup going into August. Then we had August, we sold off. You had a beautiful bullish setup. Why? Because you had this. You had this textbook bull flag develop pretty much into the final week of August, right? You had an uptrend, you had a bull flag, you broke out. It's played out beautiful. So we had the first bearish harmonic setup from July play out in August. Then we had the bull flag from August play out in the last week and a half. Now we have nothing, okay? It took months for us to get to the point of creating that harmonic. If not, it took years. I mean, it probably pretty much took to all-time highs. It took us 2 years for that. It took us a solid month to make this bull flag. It's gonna take time to create a new pattern on a daily time frame. So for right now, see this range over here on my SPY chart. You have two clear lows here from June and August around 433, and then you have clear highs in the 450-ish range. In between these levels, some people are going to be super bullish, some people are going to be super bearish. As long as we're sandwiched in between these two levels like we have been since we got into this zone back in June, there's not much to talk about, okay? We've seen a sandwich tight compressed movement between these levels twice before. We saw it in the end of 2021, we saw it in the beginning of 2022. I see a lot of people talking about volatility, this and that, and you guys know, I like to either have a bullish or a bearish stance on the market if there's technicals, What I usually don't do is say I think the market's going to go sideways. But that's what I'm going to say right now. And I could be wrong. We could break out of this range in 2 days. We could break down from it in a week. But for right now, I could see a period where we get less volatility in the market. Think about it. We had a really crazy year so far. The bears attempted a major sell-off in August, but you actually just created a bull flag out of that and then bounced to retest your highs. And now you're just sitting still in the same range you've been in. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see another couple weeks staying within this range, right? And think about it like this. This is only a 5% range. We've seen 5% moves on the S&P 500 in 1 day. Let's look back to over here. Again, there was a major news event this day. But take a look at this candle. Almost there, 4%. So we've seen just about the same move in 1 day, February 24th, 2020. We've seen 3% days here and there. You know, that was very rare for something like the 90s and the 2000s, but over the past few years post-COVID crash, we've seen crazy 3, 4, 5% days. If you look at the candles after the COVID crash, you could probably find like an 8 or 9% move on the SPY in 1 day. And we've only been in a 5% range for the past 3 months. So I think September could be a drier month for swing activity, for larger moves in certain names. The Russell 2000, if we take a look at this, it's been stuck in this major triangle pattern. Like, this is not bullish or bearish to me. This is nothing to me. There's no pattern here. This is just chop, okay? So that was basically my long way of saying I think the market's potentially going to get into a little bit of a boring state after a very hot first 3 quarters of the year, at least heading into the fourth quarter. October, November, December, I think that it really, for September at least, you could really see some slower price action to really get a tight range in the market, and then we'll break that in probably a crazy way, either to all-time highs, or if you go over to a weekly time frame, this is the major lower high, just like we saw in 2008. That really starts a bear market, where it's like you have the fears of a bear market, everybody thinks it's not going to happen, and then it actually happens. So that's my rough prediction. Again, I have been a little bit disconnected from the markets over the past few months. Not in the sense of like awareness. Trust me, I've been on the floor of the stock exchange every single day, seeing everything and all the news happen in real time. Looking at everyone on CNBC going around the floor and all these different CEOs of companies and people launching IPOs and direct listings and SPACs, but I haven't been like fully like trading like how I used to for the majority of this year. So you might have to give me a little bit of time to get back to my normal skills of analyzing larger time frame, because I really haven't spent a lot of time this year looking at like the SPY and the Qs on the daily and the week. It's been an uptrend, and it's as simple as that. You didn't have to overcomplicate on charts this year. It's kind of a blessing, right? So that's my thoughts on the market, and we're gonna leave it at that. Let's look at some other names. Nvidia, I do have some puts on Nvidia. If you go back and watch the morning trade live stream from today, I tried, so at the morning, or in the morning, like right around the open, right? I got Nvidia puts last Friday, a week out. So they expire this Friday. And I was buying those puts pretty much in this range over here last Friday, right around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock last Friday. This morning, you go and flush all the way down to 478. It's like the first 2 minutes. If you go to literally the last video on my channel, it's called the morning live stream. It's live trading, right? You go back to it, literally in the first 2 minutes when the market opens, you can see me trying to get filled on my sell order. I didn't get filled on the sell order. And then you end up just actually uptrending all day while the S&P sold off, kind of inversing. AMD did have a nice breakout test, which we're going to look at in a second. So I'm still in these, but if you did see the morning trading, I also took a QQQ put trade in this range. Then I stopped out over here when it broke out of the range. That didn't work, so then I went over to the S&P 500. And literally this move right here, I was in for the majority of this move right here. Made 50% on SPX calls in like 10 minutes. So it's like spend an hour and a half losing on the QQQ trade. But saying like if you really want good education, go see how composed I was staying in that QQQ trade, because nothing changed. There was no reason for me to get out of it until this moment, and I got out of it. No questions asked. It broke the range. I stopped out. I did not care. I went to the next one. Went right over to S&P 500, and I made more than I lost on that QQQ trade in 10 minutes while losing that money in the Qs for like an hour and a half. It's a really good, I think this morning's recording is really good to see some composure. And that's why I'm really also kind of doing these like shorter night streams. Like I'm only gonna be here for like another like 15 minutes tonight, because I also want you to go back and watch the morning live streams after I'm done doing my talking. And then tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up and do it again. So that's pretty much what's been going on. Overall though, just to give an actual look at NVIDIA, I believe they had that dividend tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, but you do have a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. Potential for a double top here if you can start breaking above 500, which is a psychological resistance. And I just kind of view this as a little bit of like a bearish flag starting to form. So I am down on my puts right now because the theta ate them up today on that rally, but it is a riskable position, so we will see. I'm also long far out Fisker calls. Those went up nicely today, so it helped to cover for the drop on my NVIDIA puts. But nice 3% move on Fisker. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders setting up to me, but the issue is it has not been able to maintain above the 200-day moving average since the end of 2020. So in almost 2 years, Fisker isn't held above the 200-day moving average. Will this be the pattern that gets it above? We will see. But until it gets above it, it's still technically in a downtrend. You do have reversal patterns. We'll see what happens. But the 200-day moving average has quickly become its like major thing to watch. Tesla's the next one. This was just a beautiful wedge into previous resistance, flipped into a support. Then you went right up to the next level. If you're in premium, I talked about this on one of the weekly Sunday calls a couple weeks back. I showed you these exact levels. It literally tapped the bottom level I was looking at, went up to the top level. It's probably still in the watch list channel. I can go find it, but whatever. Even this morning, we were looking at Tilray, one of Champ's Circle members, which is a little group I have with lifetime members. Was talking about Tilray on the call yesterday. We watched it up like 2% this morning, right around the open, and then ended up going like up 10% within the first hour. It did sell off later in the day. So Tilray is still kind of testing this horizontal zone. Not the greatest candle today because it had like a huge wick on it, but it did have its highest daily candle close since like February this year. So AMC was one of my larger trades in August. I think it was August. I saw that AMC pretty much went back down to the same exact all-time low price it was right before the whole GameStop AMC mania, and I literally grabbed calls right around over here and like the next day. I can tell you exactly when. So it was right here. Over here. Saw that it was kind of double bottoming at that support, and then this move was just amazing. But yeah, I actually did share, I think, coming into the week on Friday in chat in premium. I had this triangle. Looks like it might have broken out of that today, up 4%. But nothing too crazy. AI, another name that we were talking about yesterday. Classic bullish divergence, wedge pattern, previous resistance potentially flipping into a support. See what happens. And now AMD, which was alerted in the Discord for all of you. It's up 5% since it was alerted, and you do have a bullish wedge breakout testing. All right. You flipped these highs back from March of this year, August of last year into a support just a couple weeks ago. You're in this wedge. I like how the MACD, it's not textbook divergence, but you do have overall lowering momentum with lower lows. So just looks like a very, very big level that you're actually bouncing off of, and now you're going to test a wedge breakout. So we'll see what happens. All right. Netflix was another beautiful wedge. This was also on the watch list recently. That's been playing. I haven't looked at Apple in some time. Oh yeah, look at this. Major right angle descending broadening wedge. Came back down. I posted, this is on my Twitter. Go on my Twitter, like go on Twitter and like look up like, try it this way. Like I've been trying to like look at things here and there as much as I can. So I posted this on August 9th. Like there have been some really nice charts playing out. This is not me being a genius or anything. It's just like textbook technicals doing what they should. And of course, a large part of that is due to a pretty good bull market so far this year. But on August 9th, I was watching the same thing, right? You had this huge move above that resistance around 175, previous resistance. Then you fell back into 175. So about a month ago almost, I was watching it fall back into this level, and then boom, you actually bounced off of it. So now you're getting close to filling this gap on Apple. As you gap down over here towards the beginning of August, you have a gap fill around 191. Qs also have a gap to the upside. S&P 500 also has a gap to the upside. So big levels to watch out for there. That's pretty much it. I'm just going to keep it really simple with these streams. I want to talk about what's at the forefront of the market when it comes to the night streams, and then the morning streams just kind of be a little bit more on the low time frames. All right, so for the rest of this, please feel free to drop any tickers you want in the chat. I'm not going to be able to look at all of them, but if you have any stocks or charts on TradingView that you want me to take a look at, please feel free to drop some of those. I'll take a look at a few. Nothing I say is financial advice. I am wrong here and there. So Zeke says, look at this guy in a dress shirt. Yeah, literally, I have not stopped since 9 a.m. today. It's now 11 p.m. Since 9 a.m. I have not rested today. And I'm gonna go to sleep in a bit and then wake up at 9 a.m. and do it again. He says vibes. A says the back is champ. I like how you reverse that. Daniel says, why can't I see the videos? Last one I see is from 9 months ago. You're probably just going to the videos section on my channel. You have to go to the live section on my channel, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Yeah, it'll look something like this, right? It's over. So you see over here, when you go over to my channel, you're probably just clicking on this, the videos, which will, yeah, it'll just, that's why it's saying 9 months ago. What I'm really talking about is these lives, right? So this is the one from this morning. This is literally 2 hours of just free education on trading that you can see from this morning. And this is obviously early. So you have to go to the live section. Okay, you said you could see it now. All right. Daniel says awesome pictures on Twitter/X. It's crazy. The last time I streamed, Twitter was still Twitter and it wasn't even X. But yeah, really, really cool pictures lately. It's just meeting a bunch of awesome people. JT, so you watch Mitch Ray every day. Love it. NASCAR out, I remember you. We've had some great back and forths over the years. Been a while since I've seen you live stream. It has been a while since the live stream. All right, I see all of these takers coming in. Load whatever I see in the chat right now. I'm gonna throw on my chart and I'll run through those. But after that, it's pretty much. I have not looked at BlackBerry in so long. I just forgot about that. I think what I'm gonna do is I always use my regular watch list to do these ticker requests, and then I just rearrange everything. I'm just gonna make a new TradingView watch list just for ticker requests. I don't have to do it. Perfect. Now it should be so easy. Again, if anybody is new to the stream, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's gonna take some time to get back to where we once were, but I love the journey. If you're not on the Discord, it's free to join. Links in the description. I have a free course, links in the description. You could figure that pretty much everything else is in the description as well. Zeke says Twitter is still Twitter. Twitter's X now, Zeke. But yeah, I just want to say, Zeke, really miss you, man. Hope to see you soon, and hope everything's okay with you right now. If you ever need anything, you know I'm always here. Yeah, Rivian, previous highs pretty much flipped into a support, and then you back tested the 200-day moving average simultaneously. That's really it. I mean, your next resistance is up at like 28 bucks. BlackBerry, this looks like a little bit of a kind of similar to Apple, but a lot smaller. A right angle descending broadening wedge. It's nothing perfect, but it's just re-entering this range it used to be in summer of last year. Amazon, this was a beautiful swing. I don't know, it's kind of like it just broke out of this bull flag, so if it can get back above this zone, this yellow zone you see over here, which is pretty much these major lows from last March, if it can really hold above that, then next level is 146. Disney, this was a failed swing actually. You had a wedge, you had a support, didn't matter. Broke under both. So, I don't know. I know there was that whole entire thing, like, I don't know exactly how it works. Is it Disney owns Penn and then Penn partnered with ESPN? I don't know how all that like combines, or if I'm just completely off, but I don't know if that's going to be something that affects things. If we go over to a weekly chart on Disney, it still is holding this major zone, which really has not broken since 2014. So this is like a very big do or die area. Gilead, it looks like a downsloping channel, but nothing really too crazy there. Kroger. I would just look at this as a range as well, 43 to 50. BRN, very choppy. Those are my levels. Apart from that, it really hasn't broken under 2 or broken above 340, apart from this one spike in years. So I don't know. Tough. Everyone evolves. NASCAR out says everyone evolves as a trader. What strategies were you focusing on a few years ago that you no longer focus on? I would say a strategy I focus on more now is volume. Kind of ignored volume for a while, but I use it a lot more now. I would say a strategy I don't focus on as much anymore is like an overbought or an oversold RSI. I used to trade that by itself. I would never trade that by itself anymore. If it matches with other indicators, I will. There's a bunch. There's so many. I've tried so many different technical indicators. Pretty much everything I'm not using right now is something I used in the past. I've used all the different moving averages. I used to use a lot of Bollinger Bands. I don't dislike them. I think they can work out well. I think I have a much simpler system right now. I used to use 10,000 different things. A lot of you remember. Now it's just mainly volume, support, resistance, maybe a little bit of MACD divergence here and there. And there's your classic patterns, harmonics, wedges. It's a lot more simple now, not like 10,000 lines on my chart. Some of you can probably tell. And then last ticker we're going to look at tonight is going to be Upstart. And I'm going to head out of here. I'll be live again in the morning. If you're in premium, you'll see me live trading. And then if not, the recording will be out as soon as I finish that, and then I'll be live again tomorrow night. So Upstart might be breaking out of a small wedge over here. Looks like it did bounce off this 29.39 support. We've got a gap fill to the upside at 46.21-ish, right? So short little just saying hello stream, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these every single week. So thank you all for watching the stream. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.